Alright, hopefully it's not too windy today and you guys can hear me on this thing, but I made 3 different videos on my phone and I was gonna upload them, and my phone deleted them, so now I'm gonna show you guys what I did making those videos and kind of do a walk around of the truck a little bit of what I did. So my brother hooked me up with these guys, little magnets, pretty sweet, one on each side, so they're cool. I dig them. He ended up buying the bigger ones. I think he got them off like Instagram, off of Tactilian or something like that, but they're pretty badass. You can move them wherever you want, in the back, in the front, whatever. But I'm about to wash her up, but I want to do kind of a walk around of what I did here. So I did a previous video on my dash, what I did with my dash, with the green to match the exterior and painted it black and stuff. Well, I went ahead and pulled the kick panels and little side skirts or side steps or whatever you want to call them, painted those black. The pillars right here, the T's you want to call them, and the handles, everything here I painted black. A bunch of crap in the back. But I also did the cargo area, pulled those off. You want to start here in the middle, pull this off in the middle, and then in the back you got to start up there, take the top valance or whatever you want to call it off, take the light out. I painted the light too, everywhere but the inside. I taped off the inside so that way it would stay black, or stay brown in there, I guess. I didn't want to paint black in there because I wasn't sure how it was gonna work out, but I pulled all this off and painted it and made it awesome. So it's all black now. I kind of wish I would have got some of those scratches out and like sanded them smooth, but it was more for just the look of it. It wasn't really for like, I'm gonna scratch it again anyway, so I'm gonna have to touch it up with, you know, this bike, scratch the hell out of it either way. So all that's left that's shit brown in here is the headliner. I gotta replace some of these little accessories like the lights and the rear view mirror and stuff, and then the doors are going to be a video of their own because that's going to be a process, because it's a 3-1, and then this piece is 2, and then the bottom piece is 3. So when I do the headliner and get the headliner material, that's going to cover the same material here and the armrests there, and then I'll use the same wrap that I did of the center console here, the vinyl, on that up top, and then the bottom I'll just paint black. So, and then that black will be green, so it'll get to it. But you know, just popping all these plastics off is pretty easy. It's just all those little snaps you got to pull them with like screwdriver or a parts puller or whatever. But also you got to take off these guys right here. It's like a screw that holds each end. I think there's 2 screws to hold that one and 1 screw that holds this one, and this whole thing pops off here. And then same with the other side. For the back, there's like a little bracket back there. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. There's usually like a little handle to pull down. I took the handle off because it was brown and it was kind of useless to me anyway, but there's a bolt that's back there, and then the rest of that is snaps, and then it lifts off. And yeah, so I painted everything black in here and it looks pretty good, pretty sweet. And then I know you guys remember I did my taillights. I tinted them with that Rust-Oleum lens tint. So I went ahead and did side markers the same, tinted those, and I just hit it with 400 grit, cleaned it with carb cleaner or brake cleaner, and then cleaned it with alcohol prep, and then 3 coats of lens tint on there, and then it actually brought this little trim back out, and it's kind of like shiny again and stuff, so it's pretty cool. I also did black headlight mod, so I baked this thing at 270 degrees for 7 minutes, and then there's 4 little metal clips. Watch the glass. I broke some of the glass on the lens there when I did it, if you're gonna do it. You got to take those 4 clips off. You don't have to do it prior to, but I figure it's easier to prep it. There's a metal grommet in the back, and take the light bulb out, and then bake it for at 470 degrees for 7 minutes, and then just pry it off with like a butter knife or something, pry them apart. And then I taped off the inside here, the reflective portion. I taped all that off and then scuffed up the outside with a little bit of, I think I just used a steel wool to scuff it up. And then I super cleaned that off real good, and then tack coat, one coat, no clear coat, nothing, because it's sealed. So I just wanted a color change. So did that with both of them here. Both sides are matching pretty good. And I also did the markers, or the blinkers. I had 10 of those as well. And then the big thing that I'm really pumped about is the mesh grill. So my buddy ordered this mesh insert from customcargrills.com, and it's not very cheap. It's kind of expensive because it's already pre-cut, pre-bent, because it bends around the backside and folds over, and it's bitching. The thing was, they sent him 2 by accident and hooked him up, so he gave me a free one because he got the same model. So just an open-ended hacksaw, and I cut out all the existing pieces of the grill, sanded it down flush with a Dremel and some hunter grit, and got it real smooth. Helicopter up there. And then on the sides here, you can kind of tell a little bit. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. These were hollow where the what you call it? Yeah, you can see where there's a line there for the body filler. These were hollow where the crossbars went for the existing grill, like the insert here. So we had to cut those out and then sand them down smooth, and then body fill it with Bondo, and then sand that smooth. So, and then all that chrome that was on there, on the surround, I peeled it. It took me 6 hours. I sliced up my fingers pretty good, but it's not chrome anymore, and that was the big thing. So I peeled it all off. I sanded it down with 400, I want to say, to prep. And then once everything was smooth and good and clean, we hit it with some primer and then tack coated it. And I think I laid like 3 coats on there, no clear coat. I will clear coat it eventually, but I'll probably wet sand it and clear coat it. But then I took the original emblem from the original grill insert, and there was 1 screw that held it in the back and 2 clips. I busted the 2 clips off. I kept the screw. I sanded the backside down smooth because it had like a curvature, like a curvature like this to it, because the way that the grill was shaped. So I sanded it down flat to fit on this mesh, and then ran a screw through the back of the mesh just through one of these holes, and it's pretty badass. So I'm about to wash it, like I said, because I'm going to do some work on it and do another video for you guys. But that, I went ahead and scuffed that up. It was chrome, and I color matched it to the vehicle. So you can tell they match now. So those are pretty cool. So yeah, so I did headlights, I did side markers, I did the blinkers, I did the mesh grill, which was badass. To adhere this mesh to the actual grill itself, I used plastic bonder, like the JB Weld plastic bonder. It's like a 2-piece. You squirt it out and mix it on a cardboard or whatever. And all I did was, like I said, it was pre-bent, so it was already like set up for this grill. And I just I used foam, like a foam sheet from the arts and crafts area, like at Walmart or something, and I cut strips of it so it would wrap around this, so I could zip tie the mesh to the grill without screwing up my paint with the zip ties and scratching it and stuff. And then held it in place, and then just used plastic bonder around the edges. If you search, you know, custom mesh grill for 3rd Gen 4Runner or something on YouTube, Custom Car Grills actually has a tutorial on exactly how to do it, so I'm not going to get too in depth with it, but I followed their exact video for that, aside from the Toyota emblem and peeling that chrome. Other than that, I used all the same. So yeah, that pretty much runs that down. But other than that, not a lot of work has been going on with it. I went out and played with it, as you can see. Had a good time. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do another video here, and I'll upload this one, and then I'll start working on what I'm going to be working on here, because this is about to get pretty fun. So everything that you see that's chrome, including these guys, are about to not be chrome anymore. So we're going to do a video on that, and hint is the first thing I'm working on is this guy right here. So yeah, I'm sorry I don't have a better walkthrough on how I did all this stuff, but you guys kind of get the gist on everything, and then hopefully that I can just upload this video and it doesn't give me a hard time. So appreciate it, and I'm gonna get going on this wash and start working on this guy here. So talk to you guys later, see you guys later, or see you guys when I upload this other video.